Planning is important to communities because it provides a framework for citizens, businesses, elected officials, and the professional planners to be able to talk about the growth and the development of a community, to provide a method for engagement, and to be able to really shape the community that they live in.
Well, the built environment, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we spend a lot of our time, and so we want to be in a place where you enjoy it, where you feel comfortable, and it's safe. And so planning is one of those things that helps to do that, to achieve those goals.
Well, planning is important to communities for a variety of reasons. Communities have limited dollars and resources from land to money, and so planning appropriately to maximize those resources is really important to communities. Some of these plans take 30 years to develop, so if you don't plan appropriately, you're going to be stuck with something for a long time. So it's maximize the community impact.
If they want cool spaces and cool parks and buildings, they have to start planning now to have that implemented in the future.
There are certain things about communities that we all love and we cherish, and there are certain things that we don't like quite as much. And it's important for us to use planning to set the vision for where a community wants to go and the actual steps to get there. We're not going to get to the type of environments and neighborhoods and cities that we want to live in unless we know where we want to go and how to get there. And that's where planning comes in.
It's important to me because planning allows me to have an opportunity to leave the community that I work in and I live in a better place. It allows me to have an opportunity to engage with our citizens and to really transform a community to have an incredible quality of life and an enjoyable place for people to live and work.
I like the excitement that the urban environment has, and the more shifting to the urban areas, because it is making things like transit, biking, and walking more desirable for people to do.
I've always loved cities. I've always lived in cities, and they're very complex and dynamic environments. They're almost like a living organism. There are a lot of things that happen in it, and to be able to somehow influence or better understand it and to help shape them into the way that I think a lot of people would love to see them, and to make sure that cities are always giving the strong foundation of our urban areas. Being involved with that process is why I like doing planning.
That's important to me because I like to be a part of big projects, big visions, but for me personally, I know that my kids and grandkids will benefit from these things that I'm planning now. So I may not see the benefit. I think it's important because our future generations will have something better than we had.
When I go to a project that I worked on and I see people smiling and walking around on a main street that's been reconstructed and they're having a good time. So I think it's about the quality of life and just seeing the impact that a project I worked on has left on the community, just really fulfilling to me.
So planning is definitely one of those professions where if you get into it, it drives a deep passion for the industry. It's not like some of the professions where I'm an accountant or I'm whatever else you might be doing. When you get into planning, know that it will probably create this deep passion within you for working with communities, developing areas, working on different types of projects. It is very much a passion profession as opposed to just something you do on your side. I know for most of us, we didn't know about planning when we got into it. I think that's the vast majority of people who get in the industry. But once you get into it, you're in it for life.